Funding is provided by a grant from New York State Senator Catherine M. Young, representing Western New York's 57th District with a local office in Olean. Funding is provided by a grant from Absolute Care of Westfield, committed to returning the favor to those who spent a lifetime caring for others. Absolute Care is located at 26 Cass Street in Westfield. Dave Cass and Rick Newell provide funding on behalf of the Lakeview Hotel and Restaurant at the Docks, located on Water Street near the lake in Mayville. From the Access Channel 5 television studio in Mayville, it's Senior Report with Reed Powers. Senior Report is broadcast live throughout northern Chautauqua County on Saturday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. each week. Call in and share a thought, make a comment, ask a question, or simply wish someone a happy birthday on Chautauqua County's only live call-in senior program. Since 1995, Reed has been bringing viewers hundreds of interesting guests, informing the community on a variety of subjects. Here's the host of the show, Reed Powers.
You keep having me back.
Well, you're terrific. I'm talking to Fred Croscut here. We've got the guy who runs the legislature is visiting us today, and he was good enough to give up his morning to come here. So you can call him and ask him anytime. We have an open phone anytime during the program, and this is your magic carpet into outer universe. The number is 516, of course. Maybe how about 716? I used to live in Long Island. It was 516. 716-753-5225, or just 753-JACK, if you can't remember that. And he'll be very happy to answer all your questions and solve your problems right over the air. It's been a crazy week, I guess, and it's snowing right now as we are speaking in Mayville in our studio. We can see the snow out the window. It's time, I guess. It's that time. I think winter's definitely on its way. It's honor bound for Chautauqua County. Fred is going to be here to discuss some of the changes in our county budget and how they managed to solve our problem. They got us under the 2%. Is that correct, Fred?
That's correct.
And that's figuring that there's going to be huge more state sales taxes, probably another $1 trillion coming in, but maybe not, too. We'll have to see how that works out. We have all kinds of stuff in the news. Brian Higgins is going to join us, really for real. You know, he has his congressman on your corner, but you go down there to meet Brian, he's not there. He sends his buddies down, his minions over, and they talk. But he will definitely be there in the Dunkirk Senior Center, which is at Cliff Star Court. That's 45 Franklin Street in Fredonia, or Dunkirk. No, I think it's Cliff Star Court. That's probably in Fredonia, or it's in Dunkirk. Anyway, you can find it yourself. He'll be there 9 to 11. And he'll be there for veterans and seniors, talking about some of the changes, the cataclysmic changes, I might add, that are coming. We have basically, they're throwing, I think they're trashing the seniors, they're throwing us under the bus. They're going to fix a budget, and the way they do that is they just simply take away a lot of stuff from seniors, like Medicare, Medicaid, which is half seniors, and of course HEAP was the heat assistance, which has helped a lot of seniors, has been trashed. It's been cut to about 40% of what it was. They've changed the season. You can't even get it for April and May, which is still freezing up here because that's been cut out. You don't get any assistance then, and you don't get any until much later this year. All right, and you're going to get half the money anyway. And the Southerners are trying to say New York gets too much money, so they have snowstorms like we do up here. But at any rate, things are going the other way for seniors. They're cutting the senior programs. They're cutting the grants for the Office of Aging. They're cutting all kinds of things. It's the seniors, goodbye, guys, we don't care. Of course, you're not getting your cost of living, your COLA. Oh, yeah, they gave us 3% or so. They'll take that right back, most of it right in there. They'll just add on to the cost of your Medicare, and it's gone again. And meantime, we're in a devastatingly severe recession here, and the economy is going wacky in that inflation is just raging. You go down to the supermarket, everything jumps 40, 50 cents a day almost. Pickles at Walmart, I noticed, they jumped from $3 to $3.48 today. Yesterday when I went down and bought some jar. And that's the way it's going. Everything is just jumping like crazy. And insurance is up 50%. Most health insurance averages that. Your taxes have jumped 25% in New York State alone. Your county taxes jumped 15%. And we're being crucified with inflation. It's growing like raging on. And they keep telling us, there's no inflation, so you don't need a cola. So now we're getting an average of maybe a little less than 1% a year, in a raging 5% maybe if we're lucky. All right, enough said. I got a lot of good stuff here. I look on TV, it's just madness, of course. The raging wars go on. The longest war in the history of America, which is still, we're still losing it apparently because they can't seem to get out or win it in Afghanistan. And theoretically we're clearing out of Iraq, but of course Obama tripled the troops in Afghanistan, and I suspect he'll take these guys and run them right back to Afghanistan as soon as he clears them out of Iraq. Who knows? But at any rate, it's a lot of fun and games, and the wars go on and on and on. $1 trillion a year. You better believe it. They keep kidding us along. Oh, it's only a few $100 billion, you know. Combine that with the military, that whopping military budget, and that's where the money's going. All right. Of course, no money for the seniors. Oh, no. We cut Medicare $500 billion last year. We're going to cut it again this year, believe me. We have a lot of other stuff going. You see the TV. You don't hear anything about the wars because the major corporations control the television now. They run all the three majors, and they don't want you to focus on the war because that's basically a way of transferring money to the wealthy, because the people that run the arms industries, the 1% that own 90% and control 90% of our economy, no wonder they're raging and they're marching on Wall Street. I pointed out months ago that you wonder why we aren't on the streets with this thing when you have such economic disparity in this country, where the rich are making so much money and the poor are just getting cut back and back and back. Health insurance, vacations, your retirement, all these funds going, and of course they're firing all the people over 50 and rehiring the kids at $15 an hour. Try to survive with a family at $15 an hour on a job. You just can't do it. It's not a livable income, and you can do the arithmetic yourself. So that's what's happening. We're going down the hill, and the rich are getting richer, and that's the way it's happening. And thank you very much. They borrowed money from us. We're wiped out. Our credit card's maxed out. Our children, they borrowed from them then, and their credit card's maxed out. They're borrowing now from our grandchildren to pay for all this money that's going into the wars and the waste and the corruption, and oh my God. And it's time, I think, I agree with the emails I keep getting. Change your Congress. Change the Congress. Vote them all out. Let the Lord separate them. All right. Happy Halloween, guys. Boo. Local news is good, though. We have the greatest senior groups here. I got to just mention a couple of things here. First of all, the Dunkirk Senior Center, where the senior citizens from several areas meet. ARP, I believe, is now also the Sharon Care crowd, and at any rate, a lot of people meet there. It's an old school, and it's just terrific. And at any rate, I want to point out that they're going to finalize a bus trip to the Niagara Falls Casino November 10th, and it'll you people who go there won't be able to see Higgins. He'll be right around the corner, I might add. $20, they give you $20 in free play and the $5 food voucher, so you make money. Spend your $20 at the tables. If you win, walk away. If you lose, walk away. Either way, if you don't, you will lose your shirt and come home bare naked just about. All right, my good advice, don't gamble. If they give you the chips, it's not gambling, but once you go out of their chips, don't start. Richard Kerner of Westfield dropped over to Westfield and talked to the kids over in Westfield. They have a great group there. Shirley Capine runs the senior center in Westfield. They meet at the WCA, which is right next to the library, just up a little bit. And they have a great menu coming for November 13th. They'll have goblaki. You know what that is? That's pigs in a blanket. I don't think so, actually. I think it's a cabbage mixture, cabbage rolled around a wonderful mixture. It's Polish. There's several celebrating Poland, with Polish sausages, too. Sweet and sour cabbage, mashed potatoes, rye bread, butter, dessert, coffee and tea, and everything. You can't beat it. If you want to drop by, 3667530. I'm not sure that's in Westfield. No, that. let me readdress that. We're talking about the crowd in Dunkirk. No wonder they're having Kablaski. Brian Higgins has been mentioned. Dunkirk Federated meet at the Senior Center also. Loretta Hemick is the president. If you want to get involved, drop over, say hello. Betty Kozinowski and others assist in the kitchen for November 8th, which is their next meeting. Dunkirk Federated next meeting, November 8th. That's Election Day. Do not forget to vote. For God's sake, get down there and vote. Let them know the senior power, because most seniors do vote. And if you haven't got a ride, call your local committee of your either Republican or Democratic Party. They'll gladly offer you a ride, and they'll even help you vote. Mayville seniors, what a bunch they have there. I just can't get over the fact they have a huge crowd over there, and they have a wonderful place. The VFW gives them a lovely meeting place with a huge kitchen and everything. We had Foley over there. He's our district attorney, talking about the Bucky Phillips case. Bucky was just in the news recently because they found in his jail getaway stuff. They think he's trying to escape again, and that's how he got away. You know, that's how the last big chase took place. He got away. They let him go. They didn't let him go. He got around them. They're going to Sandy Anderson and Gene Kelsey announced they're going to have a wonderful, wonderful trip to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I hope they stop for some Dutch food. That's a great place. I should say Amish food. They're going to see Jonah. And they're thinking of day trips in 2012. If you have an idea, make it up. Bring it up. Harvest dinner, November 5th at noon in the VFW where they meet. Make your reservations. Turkey dinner. Harvest dinner, turkey dinner, I guess all the same. You know, stuffing and the mashed potatoes and the gravy. We're having it at my house. We're going to have a massive, we got the whole tribe coming over, about 30 some odd people, and everybody chips in. That makes it easier. They're having an election of officers at Mount Carmel Social Club, and they just had it, as a matter of fact. New president, President Tampio, first vice president, Dorothy Minieri, second vice, Josie Crino, treasurer Marie Sack, secretary Hilliker. Sometimes they use the first name, sometimes they don't when they make these announcements. Financial secretary Jeanette Mula, acting for Nina Botticello. Having a big installation banquet at the Colony, of all places, on November 2nd at 1 p.m. Drop around, tell them you want to join. It's a great banquet, and it's just a wonderful time. And check with Angie Logan or Ruth Dolce. Sharon Kerr has a harvest party. I guess that's, again, a Thanksgiving party. I don't know why they just say a Thanksgiving party. October 22 at the Fredonia Beaver Club. You're going to have a massive number there. Players, and they're having card players and hors d'oeuvres and fruit punch, open cash bar, and live music by Joe Uculano and Phil Favada. They'll be playing old-time favorites such as Moon River, Don't Blame Me,